Welcome to the dream, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Damashi, and we're back for some more Baldur's Gate 3 Early Access Patch 4, Druid. Alright, it's time to level up. So we can pick Circle of the Land or Circle of the Moon. Because I want to experiment with all the shape-shifting stuff. We're going to be picking the Circle of the Moon. Let's see what spells I want. Animal Friendship. No. No, I'm still good with these. For the moment, anyway. Shadowheart. The game should not put Bless and Bane on at the same time. Because you can only use one or the other. Also, Bane is bad. It's a bad spell. Because it is easily resisted. So we're going to take that. And I'm thinking Protection Against Good and Evil. Unfortunately, that's also Concentration. We're going to go with Command Halt. Because that's not concentration. Alright, Gale. I always go Evocation. As more subclasses for the wizard get introduced, I might choose something else, but right now this is what I feel most comfortable with. Get rid of Witch Bolt. Witch Bolt is bad. It might be better now that it can create electric surfaces, but no, I think not. I've accepted that spell is just bad. I'd like to get not Ray of Enfeeblement, Ray of Sickness. I like Magic Missile because Magic Missile is really good. And I'm thinking Jump. Because Charm Person is bad. Color Spray is eh. The Sky itself isn't useful to me right now. So yeah, we'll just get Featherfall and Magic Missile. Get rid of that, because I'm not going to be using that all that much until 2nd level. Alright. The Gale is set up. Grease, I like to use a lot. Sleep. We could go with Mage Armor instead of Sleep, but Sleep is actually pretty good early game. Anyone who's played the original Baldur's Gate knows Sleep is king at early levels. You do not make a wizard without Sleep in Baldur's Gate 1 unless you want to die. Alright. And I don't have to edit anything with Astarian. That's nice. Let's get Lae'zel. I think that is who we will get next. I remembered where Lae'zel is, so let's get her.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
You again. Get rid of them.
So we can get rather demanding for a woman in your position. Why should I? Good option. There's attack tieflings. This creature is dangerous. Get out of here, leave it to me. Or 3, shoot the trap down. Let's go with 1. Rather demanding for a woman in your position. Why should I?
Your words flow to her, though you never speak them aloud.
I know what grows inside you, and I know of a cure.
We can't trust her. Think of what her kin did. Best if we just kill her right now.
This creature is dangerous. Get out of here. Leave it to me. I didn't mean to skip through that roll, but whatever.
He's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast.
A blast? I could use more
We
specifics.
didn't hear it. Shook our camp good, so we came for a look.
Also, there should be more versions of that. There should be different flavors of that exact question there. I'm in need of a healing. Where is this camp? There should also be an intimidation check here. Also, there is a bug that is making the telepathic effect sound. This telepathic, the tadpole sound effects play endlessly right here, which is not pleasant for my ears. So there should be an intimidation check, like threaten them to learn where you can find a healer, which should obviously be harder. Again, different flavors of tone for dialogue options is very important.
Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
So I'm, of course, going to say please.
Never.
Observe and listen.
Enough.
You'll hear.
Questionable intellect. Unsurprising. Release me, or enjoy a future as Gale.
I'm getting tired of having to say this over and over again. There should be more dialogue options here than just the one. Especially considering she already told us what this means in Avernus. I already know what the Gaith means. She said Mind Flayers after it when we were in the tutorial. Something that's like, that's not going to happen to me. Or, I presume that you have a way to prevent us from becoming Mind Flayers. Like, there should be other things here than just the one thing I can ask.
Mind Flayers. The atrocities we are becoming.
I mean, yeah, I know, because you told me the word for being the Githyanki word for Mind Flayer earlier in the game. What is with this scene and only having one dialogue option or leave? Guys, what is going on here?
I know a remedy. Release me and I will share it.
I'm not going to dwell on it. Larian, at this point, if you've seen my complaints about the previous interactions, you already know, no, one dialogue option is absolutely not acceptable. So, produce flame. If I remember where it is. There you go. Also, the fact that it keeps removing these from the bar, and the fact that it adds 2 icons to my bar is frustrating. It clutters the action bar too much. So I'm going to save before I do this.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Lies. Just get rid of her.
Alright, finally, more than one dialogue option again. And what exactly is a creche? I thought you already had a cure. It shouldn't be just, and what exactly is a creche? There should be another option to be like, it essentially is exposition on the player's end who's like, oh, this character knows what a creche is.
You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks.
And what exactly is a creche?
It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter. Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a ghaik tadpole, we must report to a caretaker for purification.
So I would actually have a roll here upon her saying this to see if they know anything about, if the character you're playing has any knowledge of Githyanki protocol. And of course, if you're playing as a Gith, you already know that something's not right about what she's saying. But if you're not playing a Gith, there should be a role to be like, does the character I'm playing know anything about Gith society? I thought you already had a cure with you.
A pity that. I made an offer and you accepted. Your fantasy is not my burden.
Alright, we journey together. Let's find this creche.
You are full up. Dismiss your weakest warrior.
Way to the camp we can speak there should have been on the previous page of dialogue options, but we're gonna pick it.
Very well, but heed my words. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. I must interrogate this Zoru. Our very lives depend on it. I will be at your camp. Do not keep me waiting.
Alright, there we go. That's 5 of 6? Is that right? There's 6 companions in early access? I'm pretty sure that's right.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, that's 4 of 5. No, can't ask Gale about anything, because the game, for whatever reason, the game just... They haven't implemented enough dialogue options for Gale yet.
Something the matter? Fine. What's on your mind?
There should be an option here, be like, hey, you don't like Lae'zel very much, do you? What's your deal with her? That should be a thing I should be able to ask right now, as well as I should be able to ask each of the origin characters how they currently feel about the others in the party. I'm gonna long rest because I walked into fire earlier, because of course I did. It's weird that I can't be like, hey, I'm a spellcaster, I know stuff about... I feel like anyone should know. If you live in the Forgotten Realms setting, you know what a mirror image is. I feel like that shouldn't be a thing that's like, only wizards and warlocks get to say. What are you doing?
Indulging in a spot of vanity. Handsome devil, aren't I? Be that as it may.
Yes, you are, Gale.
Ceramorphosis. What does it make you think of?
So, first and foremost, that damn tadpole. 2, until quite recently, nothing at all. 3, if you're about to start a lecture, I'm not interested. So there should be 4. The process by which one becomes a Mind Flayer should be an option here, right under 1. Or get to the point. So we're going to pick 1. If the option of a Ceramorphosis is by which the process by which one becomes a Mind Flayer, I would have just put that there. I would have just picked that, but we'll pick 1.
Spot on. Day 1, fever and memory loss. Day 2, hallucinations and graying skin. Day 3, hair loss and blood leaking from all orifices. Need to go on?
No, you've painted enough of a picture. Or 4, what is the point of what you're trying to say? Or 5, just get on with it. Again, the lack of dialogue options is actually frustrating me the more I critique this game.
Day 4, excruciating pain as the skeleton and organs reform and reposition. Day 5, the host personality has disappeared. Fingers and toes and limbs elongate. I take it you get the picture?
I do, but you might as well... finish the picture. Again, the option of, what is the point you're trying to make here? Or get on with it. Or, you know, like, again, 2 dialogue options is not good.
Day 6, the flesh around the mouth splits to make way for tentacles. Day 7, a Mind Flayer is born. This is the annotated version, of course.
I love you, Gale. This version is more vivid than... This version was more than vivid enough for my tastes. We should be having a fever by now, growing skin even.
Spot on again. Our orifices remain blissfully unblooded, our heads remain clear.
I would have also had the option to say, are you just trying to gross me out or something?
Will agree, this is abnormal.
What?
I'll toast to that.
What? Where are my
Pragmatic in me.
game? Where are my dialogue options?
Before the storm. Something to sleep on. We should get some rest.
Okay, so I kind of read about that bug in on Reddit, that there is a bug where none of your dialogue options show up and it's just continue pending. So I can't even critique the dialogue options that were there because I got that bug there that just skipped over it. So let's go talk to Shadowheart.
I couldn't help but overhear. Well, alright, I could have helped, but didn't. Anyway, I feel the same. Other than the occasional mental exchange, it's almost as if we're not infected. The voice on the ship told me I'd become a beautiful weapon. What do you think it meant?
Anything's possible, but we still need to find a healer. Sounds like it had plans for us. Who knows? Could have been a hallucination. I'm just glad we're still alive. Maybe it's a compliment. You could add a couple more here. A couple more dialogue options here, but what's here right now isn't bad. Maybe it's a compliment.
Ha! Adorable. But your timing is awful. Whatever the Mind Flayer's plans were, those dragons spoiled them. That doesn't make our situation less dangerous. Either way, we can't take the lack of symptoms for granted. We have to find a healer. Well, I've said my piece. Get some rest.
Alright, let's do Astarian next.
I saw you getting a lecture from our magical friend. I have to say, I thought you'd look worse, but no. Not a tentacle to be seen.
I'm hoping it'll stay that way. I could say the same to you. Not yet. That's what everyone else is saying. Is it so strange? I would actually split dialogue option 1 into two different dialogue options of that's what everyone's saying, and option 2 is it so strange? Actually, I would admit that is it so strange anyway, because Gale just said if you're having this if you're having this conversation, you already talked to Gale, in which Gale will say by the end of the conversation, whatever is happening to us is not normal. The ceramorphosis process isn't happening at all. So, one should, like, what? What even is this? That said, you could probably still split into two options. Having a character that is an idiot and says stupid things that don't make sense is fine, so long as there are reasonable dialogue options there as a contrast. I'm hoping to stay that way. I would actually add another dialogue option that is, and it's going to stay that way, right under 2. Essentially, it's the same as number 2, but it has a different tone of, this one is being hopeful, hopefully everything turns out right. The dialogue option that I would add and am proposing is essentially more confident and could be considered as brash and arrogant as well. I could say the same to you.
Indeed you could. We're all doing surprisingly well, given the circumstances. I'm not taking anything for granted, of course. First sign of change, and I'll have to stop that pretty little heart of yours. I am open to suggestions. Knives, poison, strangulation, whatever you'd prefer.
Poison, that sounds painless.
A fine choice. I can think of some nightshades that are deliciously fatal.
Also, I would have...
If they're mixed well, you'll just close
Someone
your
else
eyes
suggested
and
strangulation as an
And
option
why
there.
not? Well,
And it's
I'm
not a
getting
dialogue
ahead of
option I would
myself.
pick, but I do think it
This
should
is
be
all
there.
a worst-case scenario, obviously.
Then another alternate... Again, there should be... This one comes off as being afraid, which I don't... that it will happen. There should be more flavors here, of essentially one that is of different tones. But we're gonna pick two. And you, how should I kill you?
Oh, my boy. I'd like to see you try. Now, let's get some rest. The sooner we start tomorrow, the better our chances of keeping this hypothetical.
Lae'zel.
Abominations grow
Whoa.
inside us. Our bones should ache. Our mouths should
Camera.
bleed. Yet we
What is
thrive.
happening?
It is madness. Keep your rest short. Time is not our ally.
Neither is the camera, apparently.
Chatter already? Tusky.
Alright, let's get to know Lae'zel. You look so unusual. Githyanki are rare in these parts.
I expect I am your first.
I've crossed paths with Githyanki before.
And they didn't cut you from navel to neck. Well, perhaps they were otherwise occupied. I am still getting used to people like you. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
Really? Thanks for noticing.
It was an observation, not a compliment. No matter. I do not intend to stay long in this place.
So I would have added an option of probably a couple of dialogue options that would threaten her in response to that insult. But you know, how do you know so much about Mind Flayers?
I understand much beyond your comprehension.
Uh-huh.
More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a crash. You do well to observe more and question less.
What do you suggest we do next?
We find this Zoru in the Red Hunter's camp. He will point us to a crash. There we may be purified.
Do you know what happens if we don't find a cure?
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a Mind Flayer is born.
So something I would add here is, what do you mean by cease to exist? Are you implying our souls are destroyed in the process? That's not going to happen. We will find a cure.
Words forged in steel. May your actions express the same metal. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first
Also, there should be an option of that's not going to happen. I will find to control this. I will find to control these things and bring their power under heel. You're worried we haven't changed. This is good news.
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
Something I'd add here is, why do you think we aren't changing? In fact, I would say that's a dialogue option that we should be able to ask every character of. Why don't you think we are why do you think we aren't changing? I would also, again, I would add one of those dream sequences here, or rather, those sequences where you talk to the narrator about yourself. And I'd add one here, where you consider the possibilities of what might be causing you not to change. To me, that's actually the most interesting part of the story as a whole, is the mystery of what's going on with the tadpole, and why is it acting different.
Open the bloody gate! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second! What's going on? Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the Druid? Please!
I would have them change that line to, "Where is Hallison?" Not, "Where is the Druid?" Or, "Where is Halson?" I forget how they pronounce his name.
The nine hells! Open the gate! Cannon! No! Shit! Form a mine!
Let's go, Badger. You can dismiss shape for free, which I like. I think that's a nice change. Okay, don't have enough actions. Christ.
Get to the high ground! Raiders! Charge the bastards! For the absolute! Ignis!
Alright, we're going to bless the party. Healing word me.
Take two.
I think we're gonna sneak attack the warg. And shove the goblin tracker. Thankfully it worked out. Oh, god damn it, Gale.
Make way for the blade of frontiers. There is no escaping the blade.
As it's been said by many people, the camera angles need work. So I'm going to wild shape into a wolf, which will probably be my main shape for the game as I for this playthrough, because, you know, what is this? This is gonna be my main shape because, you know, I love wolves. Exposing bite and inflict howl, or inciting howl. Interesting. Okay. Opportunity attack crit. Feels good. Hey, Zevlor. Are you gonna come back up here just to get knocked down? Alright, so we should probably use the help action to, I heard is Astarian? Oh, not at all. That's fine. Probably should get help Gale up. Yeah. I think the action icons over here, the 6 over here, not 6, 8, they need more distinct icons. Or different colors, or something. One of the things I praised Divinity Original Sin 2 about during my Baldur's Gate 2 Musings video is that each icon felt very, very distinct from each other. So at a glance, I knew, okay, this is the action that I'm looking for. And I'd say that carries over into Baldur's Gate 2. I always know the thing that I'm looking to do at a glance from on this bar right here. But these over here, the shove, help, they should be a bit more distinguishable from each other. So we got healing word. I'm gonna save that healing word. Okay, Astarian, you're not threatened, are you? I'm going to again try to sneak attack. Yeah, Zekrug. Yep. Alright, finally Gale joins the battle. Oh, I lived on a 1. Kidding me. Thanks. Thank you, Will. Thank you for picking up Gale's slack. Alright, time for me. Who am I gonna attack? Yeah, you. Wow, 11 damage. Okay. Wolf DPS. Do you seriously want to come up here and get knocked off? You stupid? I mean, I'm just gonna shove you off. Oh, really? Well, we're gonna smash you then. Concentration broken. I miss Shadowheart having actual strength. It actually annoys me that she doesn't have strength anymore. If I shove you... less of a chance, but I'm gonna roll those dice. Wow, really? Since we're gonna be long resting after this anyway, might as well have... no edge panning. Wait, no. We got this. We can now target portraits. I almost forgot. I miss having Eldritch Blast so much. Alright. I'm gonna maul him. Or I'm gonna miss. Great. Do I want to Lunar Mend? Not really.
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate!
Alright, so how do I dismiss my, my shape? Hide, dismiss shape. There we go. So it gets moved over here. There we go. Going to short rest to get my wild shape options back. So I think this is a good point we could end the video on. However, we're not going to. There is one more thing that I want to squeeze into this video, if I can. Alright, we're back. So, some of you may have noticed there is a boar here. I want to test out the wild shape feature. Wild shape into, let's say, a wolf. And see how the scared boar reacts.
Away! Away!
Calm down, I won't hurt you.
You're all the same. Too many of my kind died because of your spears, but not me.
There's no reaction to the fact that I wild shaped into a wolf, but there should be. Alright, so I'm gonna end the part here. I think the last thing we could do is look at everyone's approval right now. Astarian is neutral. Shadowheart is neutral. Gale is neutral. And I guess we could ask how Shadowheart feels about us now. Talk about it. All the stuff that's happened to us. How am I holding up in your estimations?
You're not the kind of company I'd keep willingly, but all things considered, you'll do.
Alright, I think that's a good place to end. If you enjoyed the content of this video, please like the video, comment down below, share the video around, and subscribe to the channel, because it tells me you like my content and want me to keep making it. It also helps the channel grow. Until next time, later.